What about just movies in general, though?
No, it's
They're
true.
all lies. Like just the simple fact that none of this stuff really happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait,
And sometimes like we willingly want to jump into that sort of suspense, like you said earlier, because it's dramatic, it's different, it's escapism.
Or I didn't choose podcast life. Podcast life chose me. Well, we are a professional.
We are a professional podcasting trio.
Yes.
We are a trio of professional podcasting.
That's a lie.
We're not a trio?
No, that we're professional. That is a lie.
I don't know, Dad.
What'd I tell you, Bobby?
Damn it, Bobby.
By the way, this is not an advertisement for the new King of the Hill show, but it is quite fantastic. And I
It's been funny.
didn't watch much of King of the Hill growing up, so yeah, you should. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's
I just
fun.
didn't grow up, so
Yeah, because you're a Toys R Us kid.
yeah.
Yeah,
I hardly ever went to Toys R Us until it was like we're going out of business. But
because you got discount stuff.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
expensive.
Did we? I went to the closing of that. Was I with you? Okay. I mean, I just put you in every situation in my brain, so
I've been with you always.
always, ever, my heart. I knew I had to find you, but you're always there.
That's right.
Always and forever. Said that a couple weeks ago.
Circle back. Yeah.
Circle back. So, hello, Bards and Balladeers. Welcome to Bards and Balladeers.
Are they also Bards and Balladeers?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was calling them Bards and Balladeers.
Yeah, if they're on the Discord by now, they are.
Yeah.
They have to pick one, don't they?
Yeah, I mean,
On the
no.
Discord.
To be a bard or a balladeer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a family. That's what you are. If you come to Bards and Balladeer Discord, you get a discount on being a bard. Wow, words are hard.
We're a pawn shop suddenly. Like,
Yeah, right.
Come to Bards and Balladeers discount.
Yeah. Senior discount for Bards and Balladeers.
Yeah.
Extra 5% off. But yeah, so welcome back again to Bards and Balladeers. I am Rio.
I am Kate.
I'm Oscar.
And we are here to serve you information that just hurt my brain so much.
This is Robot Rio.
Yeah.
It's a standard.
Malfunction. Just
Gotta give him a good restart. you
Yeah.
know. Where's the paper clip so I can press the little button?
Yeah, but you got to put it.
Oh, I'll let Oscar do it.
Not again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a thinner paper clip to get in there.
Shit, it's that tight, guys
Wow.
and gals.
Enticing. Ooh.
I just love just starting it
But it's
that way.
funny you say something about like pawn shop and like sales or something. I work in a little bit of, being that we three are people that have product to sell in a way. Sometimes I was thinking about how marketing is actually sort of like spinning a narrative, right? And there are particular ways that people like hearing things to entice them to like have a call to action, to actually close a sale. And lately my Instagram has just been like full of ads. And I know that there was an episode where I admit that like I'll put an ad as like irrelevant to me.
Can you report them? You should report them as like spam or like.
I don't know. I probably should. I could.
Yeah.
I could, but I don't know. I don't want to be mean.
No.
And get people kicked off of Instagram. But and also working out in the day job is sort of also like in a sales like area too. And just how crucial that ability to spin the narrative is to make that sale is just fascinating to me. And, today, since we're going to sort of talk about lies and whatnot,
Sure.
like I just posing a question here, how similar do you think like marketing is to like lying essentially? Obviously you can't lie. You can't say anything that's deceptive or inaccurate.
I mean, you can. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recommend doing that, but you definitely can.
It's definitely stretching the truth.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely being where it's just like, what is it? Like, again, we talked about Incredibles the other time too, where it's like, I can't tell you to do this, but you should do this. It's just like, insurance and like, but it's not even like lying to people. It's like making them feel comfortable and whatever, like, you know, and saying things that would, like you say, not necessarily be a lie, but might make them think that this product might be giving them, like, do you like ladies? Like, because I know with this, you know, thing, it might help you out with,
this
like, you
beer
know,
will make you more attractive to ladies.
Yeah, you know, which it may not be false, but it's not like true as in like a real thing, you know?
Yeah, I haven't really had to sell too much stuff except my own books. And I'm happy to say that when I tell people that I think that they should read it and that they will enjoy it, I'm absolutely telling the truth. So I don't have to struggle with that a lot.
Right.
But as far as, like I've done a thing, because there are a few times I worked at a booth with a bunch of authors. That didn't end well for reasons that aren't worth getting into. But
we learn from experiences.
Bad management will, consequences reach people when they treat people badly. Let's just say that. But I will say, like, I did try to sell other people's work, and I mean, I didn't know a lot about half of it. And so I'd, tell what they're telling me and tell people like what works and, just tell people my impressions. But like, I don't know if they're going to enjoy these books. I don't know if they're good books. I haven't read any of them. So yeah, it's just spinning a narrative and kind of appealing to what people seem to show up for,
Yeah.
Cause people have all this weird stuff that blocks them in their own head. You try to get rid of some of the nonsensical parts of that and then let them make their own decisions. Like, $20 is like a lot for a book. And like, I've seen people pay $6-7 for a greeting card. I don't know. $20 seems pretty reasonable for a whole book.
Well, like, again, not a lie, just kind of a informative thing that you give them.
Yeah. And like, if you like stories, if you don't like stories, walk away now. I don't even know why you stopped
before you get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, I just like the little ships. Okay. I'm not putting little ships out anymore.
Yeah. Cause it distracts from what you're trying to do.
Is this a game?
Yeah.
Like, well, the 2x3 foot posters in my book covers are not quite the dead giveaway I thought they were, but just getting people into the right frame of mind where they get out of their own way. Because we have this weird cultural thing about what's worth money. We were talking earlier about getting lunch and I'm like, over $20 is, it's not
so much for you, right?
It's a little much for me right now. But if I were buying a book, no, that's totally reasonable.
Right. Because it's got multiple uses, right?
Most people feel the opposite way.
Right. I mean, because again, it's those people that have in their mentality that like, we only live once, so I'm going to spend on experiences. And like, there's some truth to that and everything, but it's just like when you find the value or like the work that's been done to make some of these things, like the value I feel personally is like higher in some of these creative endeavors than it is like, food, but that's neither here nor there.
I've gotten a lot of experiential value out of books.
Yes.
So, I mean, that creates an experience in your head. You have to participate in it. It does cost you time as well as the money. But, I don't like paying $12 for a glass of wine at a bar plus tip, or $20 for a book that like, maybe you would think about years later and like, or, 4 years later, I guess I should say, not just, only years later.
Right.
But like, that's worth something. And getting people out of their own way is a big part of that, but also just spinning a narrative. Yeah. Emphasizing the things that you want them to emphasize.
Sure.
If you feel like it's getting to the point of like almost lying, that's about where I'm like, I'm not going to go that far.
Right. And even to our experience with selling books, because again, we have found out we have trouble selling online, but we don't really have trouble selling to people in general. And like you've even said to that, it's just like, and we don't even do anything, I think, that's that extraordinary where we just talk to people. We literally just tell like, how you doing? Like what's going on? Like, oh, let me talk to you about a book. You want to like, if they come to us, we'll talk to them, but we don't like, hey, you need this book, or like, here, take this book. Look at it. This is a great book.
None of us are aggressive sales.
No, but it works. Like you tell me,
We're
like
aggressively friendly.
Yeah. I want to be your friend.
Yeah. And I think one thing too is like with spinning that narrative, it's almost like from a marketing tactic is that like they try to make the person feel less if they don't have the thing.
Right.
And it just feels so gross.
That's manipulation at that
point. Yeah. And I see that like, it can't be too hypocritical because like I see that with like makeup companies, like the advertisements for makeup, the advertisements for hair products, like they're reaching out to that part of you that feels less because you don't have naturally like dark black eyelashes that are curled. Like nobody has that, and
excuse me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Mario does, or sorry, Rio does.
Yeah.
But
this is for nature. This is so I can go hunting.
Guys often naturally do. I've seen some of the most beautiful eyelashes on men.
Yeah. I had them when I was a kid and I think I lost them.
Oh.
Did you check under the bed? What like?
I think I vacuumed them up. No, like I don't know. Like maybe it's part of the hair thinning or no. But if you look at old pictures of me, I have like these giant.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never had them. This is bought.
Maybe our kids will have them.
Yeah.
But like to your point though, like makeup. I don't want to say it's a lie because there's nothing wrong. I would say
it if you didn't. So.
Oh, okay, well, I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with like just it's because if you do makeup well, it's very much an artistry. Like you can
augmentation.
You can transform it. But like, what's that joke? Like, you ever go on a date with a girl? Make sure you go to the pool. Make sure she gets so you can see what she really looks like. No, but that's the thing. It's just like I think a lot of guys don't care as much about that.
It's true.
It's
true.
And girls want to feel pretty, and there's nothing wrong with feeling pretty. But it's a little bit of a lie, right?
I think so. It's one of those like
it's like a filter, but in real life.
Yeah, or like the type of lie that's not meant to, like the intention isn't to like be mean or deceive, but it's just to feel pretty and to feel like I don't know. I think a lot of different people have a lot of different reasons why they might wear makeup, but I see it like kind of similar and sort of there are white lies, right? And there's fibbing, and then there's like deception lies. There's malicious
degrees of dishonesty.
Yeah.
That'd be a good book.
Yeah.
Degrees of dishonesty.
It sounds like a Jane Austen.
Ooh.
Degrees of
He said he wasn't married, but he was.
He was actually a book.
Yeah.
No.
He says he a bug?
A book. No.
Oh, I thought like a bug, like in not Fifth Element, Men in Black, where he pulls the skin back. He's like, it's like, Edgar, your skin's falling off your bones. And he looks in the mirror and he's just like, oh, is that better? Oh, I love that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But lies are so, it's such a useful like trope, I would almost say, in so many different, facets of storytelling. And sometimes is often like the catalyst for like stories.
Sure.
I mean, we have a lot of different examples here, but
but we are talking about lies. That is going to be our main topic. We're not lying about that. We are talking about lies.
That is the truth.
That is the truth. Oh, or is it?
Yeah, we are talking about lies. We are not lying about our books. That is not.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone's confused by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you said that's a catalyst for a lot of stories sometimes, like anything involving like a cover up.
Sure.
Like, especially political thrillers involve them all the time.
Yeah.
You get like A Few Good Men, speaking of movies, or half the Tom Clancy novels out there, like Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lies involved in that sort of, any kind of espionage.
Yeah.
There is full of lies.
That's what you do.
Yeah. Like, you're lying about who you are, why you're there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just an accepted part of the genre. Like you would not read a thriller if there were no lies in it.
That would be the lie.
Yeah.
This thriller doesn't have lies.
Yeah.
Or will have lies.
Or will have lies.
Yeah. I have done it again, J.J. Abrams.
It's a book of lies. Yeah. It should be titled Book of Lies. Have no lies in it.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a book.
Book of Lies? Book of Eli.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking. Legitimately.
It would still lie, but it's just the words in the right.
Somebody erased the F from flies.
Flies.
It was actually Book O Flies instead of Book of Lies.
Yeah, Book of Flies. It's with the apostrophe and everything.
Yeah.
But we were talking, I know we talked about this off screen the other day with Labyrinth and that whole, the two guards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like one will lie, one will tell the truth.
Yeah. This one will always lie. This one will always tell the truth.
And the meme that I saw recently was, one of us tells lies and one of us tells the truth. And a guy just shoots one of them. He's like, is he dead? And he's like, wisdom. And then he looks, I think the guy looked at him and was like, no.
But then I'll never have access to the truth.
I just to get past the door, doesn't I don't remember.
Then you have to phrase everything in binaries so that it,
Oh, sure.
Then you win.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's again, as anything that we talk about, it's always these wonderful dives into like, how do we best utilize this, or how has it been best utilized for
best use of the tool?
The tool. Yeah. Yeah. And that's one way too,
But I think, like you said, with the thrillers, like I don't want to say it's an easy way to get drama. It's a very strategic way to create drama, perhaps, so that it's more efficiently like brought on. You don't need to explain a lot. If you need to have a more efficient conflict, I feel like basing something off of a lie is a good way to do it. And I think it's done a lot in musicals, in a way, because you have to sort of have an efficient storytelling, a way of telling a story. And there are two that I can think of. I think we talked about.
I only know a few musicals because I'm not a big musical fan.
But you like karaoke.
Yeah. But Book of Mormon is one of them.
Yeah.
Where that one is just based on one of the characters. Like,
that's a musical.
It is.
It's
by the South Park guys.
Trey Parker, Matt Stone.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
it's fantastic.
Hilarious. Yeah. Yes.
Music great.
And you have, it's a fantastic story. It's a fantastic story on like faith and belief, but then also faith or belief in something that might not necessarily be the truth,
right?
But just still having faith in it because it's being presented as a truth and giving comfort to a lot of people. But there's a character in there that is obviously taking what is like written from their perspective, and it's not true. Like, he's telling like that Boba Fett,
came down from the Starship Enterprise.
And so he's spinning this tale, and it's funny because he's just this kid that's trying to teach people about their, I think, like the Mormon faith in a way.
Right. But he doesn't really know the book very well.
Yeah.
So, but people are listening to him after he starts lying. So
he's just got to keep it going.
Yeah.
Yes. And
double down on the lies.
And it's so funny. It's a very well done musical. I mean, it's the guys that do South Park are fantastic storytellers.
Right. Watch the new season. But the one thing I was going to say, like, it only works if the audience is in on the lie. Like, because like some of the things, like if you didn't know that like Boba Fett and like didn't come down from the Enterprise, which is the wrong like series, it wouldn't be as funny.
The humor doesn't work.
But also because at the very beginning, like that he's lying too, and they establish like very beginning he's a compulsive liar. Like he can't help it. I just like to make up stories. That's what Dad says or whatever,
Yeah, and it gets. I think it gives him attention too, right?
Yeah, probably.
Because he always makes the lie very entertaining, at least. And so another version of this, another musical that does it is Dear Evan Hansen, and that is one where you are correct. They show you the truth of what actually happens in the beginning. He has an altercation with a boy that ends up committing, and that the lie that he tells is a lie, like as the viewer, but the people around Evan have no idea that it's a lie.
Right.
And watching him just dig that hole deeper and deeper and seeing how this boy comes out of it is just fantastic to see. And it does create that conflict and that drama that I think would be difficult to attain if they didn't do it so efficiently.
Right. I do think that too is that it's when they're lying and when they get into that lie, it's watching them get out of it or like watching what happens. Cause now you're like, how the hell is he going to get out of it?
It creates suspense when they tell the lie.
Yeah.
And then now you're like, okay, how are you going to get through this? Like that's the tension and then the relief.
Yeah.
And that creates that dopamine mechanic in your brain, as you're watching or listening or reading or whatever.
Yeah. And when he does get caught, it is just devastating. But then you also are like sympathetic for him, like in a way, because like, he needs to pay for the consequences of his actions.
Yeah.
But he is accepting the responsibility for it. And it's just heartbreaking watching him. I like just want something that was his, that was normal, that was like beautiful for him. Like, and that's when I think that it's a morality tale, of course. Like,
you just shouldn't lie.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
A much darker version though. The Talented Mr. Ripley. You guys
I've heard of it.
That is one of those movies where a lot of people have said like the books are like super well written. They're their favorite books in terms of like how they're written. I've never read them, but I saw The Talented Mr. Ripley, like the one movie that's out with Matt Damon. And it's one of those movies I'm like, that was really, really well done. I never want to watch that again.
Oh, sure.
It's just depressing, like you tell lie after lie after lie, and you're watching him dig himself in deeper till at the very end, he's like having to kill someone to cover up the lies.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, where does it go from here? You don't actually know.
It just kind of ends.
It's like just the last point in a spiral. It's like it could keep spiraling down.
Yeah.
And you're just like, just tell the truth, like for half the movie.
Yeah.
Because like it results in like somebody's death at one point. Like that's kind of what kicks off the worst lie. Like it starts out with lie, like, pretending to be someone he's not, but having permission from the person he's pretending to be to do that.
Sure.
And then killing that person kind of by accident.
Oh no.
And then like having to commit more and more and more to this lie. And I'm just like, oh God, it's so gross.
Yeah.
It's really well done. But I don't want to watch like that spiral into hell right there. Cause it's that endless thing of like the suspense and the tension. But it's like, relief, but you're not really rooting for him.
Right.
You're rooting for all the people who are like, who have genuine concerns and, like they're all just trying to live normal lives. And you're like, I want him to get caught.
Right. And you want to see I guess that's the point. You want to see how bad it's going to get.
Yeah.
Like, so it becomes.
And you end the movie like, and it's still getting worse at the time the movie ends.
And it's hard when it's maybe that falls into the category of one of those movies or stories that has ambiguous endings. And like you said, maybe the books are a little bit different. Maybe they're fleshed out more. But those ambiguous endings sometimes aren't. It's like they're not meant to be satisfying or cathartic in a way. They're supposed to make you think or have that feeling at the end, like linger on. And that's like, you have to sort of want that going into a movie.
There are very few movies that I watch where I think that was super well done and I never want to watch that again.
Sure.
I can think of two and they both involved Matt Damon.
Oh, what was the other one?
The other one was The Departed.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched it.
I can't. I'm sorry. That was dumb the way they ended it. That made me mad.
I was just like, like there's no closure. There's no way out for anyone doing anything good.
Right.
Which is how I felt about The Talented Mr. Ripley. Is like, it's just, there's no hope at the end.
Yeah. And I get it that like, it's supposed to be, this is real life. This is tragedy.
That's not why I'm here.
Right.
Like I see enough of that in the real world,
Right.
I think a movie that does that well, but actually ends in a way that you're kind of satisfied is The Prestige.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Because I mean, in the end,
Christian
Bale, his character, but the lie that Hugh Jackman's character has to continue on and in order.
Have you seen The Prestige? No. Okay. Like
we'll hold off on that one.
Yeah.
They clearly really want me to watch it or else they'd spoil it.
No, the only reason,
you can't because it like gives everything away. Like
it's
kind of
Michael Caine is in it. Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman. Those are the three big hitters, right?
Bowie.
You're right.
David Bowie.
David Bowie's in it also.
Oh, okay.
It's a movie that Rio showed me that I knew nothing going in. And I think that was the best thing I could have done. So I will save this example so that if you ever were to watch it in the future.
Or we watch it together.
If you know, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But it's just the secret that they had to hide. And it just like when you get a good reveal and you're like, or like you figure it out right before it happens or something like that, it's just such a good rewarding thing. Even if it's they're doing bad things, it's just kind of cool to learn that lie,
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's so many stories like even if they're not built upon lies, there can be a lot of pivotal points that are dictated by whether or not someone's telling the truth.
Yeah.
But like, like one movie that's all about lies, Liar, Liar.
That's a great movie.
Jim Carrey.
That's like peak Jim Carrey.
Yeah. And that's another, good one about just, lying is bad. Like that's the moral of the story.
Sure.
Yeah.
But like you get reminded me of it. I wrote it down while I was sitting here, like just the way the kid says at the beginning, my dad's a liar. And it's like, what does he do? Like, oh, well, he gets up in court. A lawyer.
Yeah. Like, what's the difference?
They spin a narrative for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great way to open the film. But I mean, the whole thing is about lying and the quandaries, you can get into, but also the ways you lie to yourself.
Right.
Because he'll say things out loud like, I'm a bad father. And like, he just stops because he's like struck by it.
Right.
Like, oh my God, that had to be true.
Or when, because he knows he can't lie. Like when he was in bed with the girl, he's like, "Oh, that was wonderful," and he's just like, "I've had better." Yeah.
He wakes up the next day for that. I was laughing so hard because I saw it in the theater, and the next day he's like looking in the mirror, brushing his teeth, like, "I've had better." It's like all day on the way to work, I've had better. Although I thought the funniest part of that film, because it was so cold, was that my teacher says that real beauty's on the inside, and he's just without even hesitating. Well, Max, that's just something ugly people say.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh my God.
So funny.
And it's so funny because it's implying that it has to be true.
True. Well, that's a trick though. Is it true because he believes it though? Like he thinks that only ugly people would say that.
Right.
Right. Because I think that's more the case and everything. Well,
no, the one reason I quibble with that a little bit is because later on in the courtroom, he's saying that, I read that, if you hold it, like all these bad things happen. The guy's like, is that true? And he's like, it has to be. It's like, well, then we'll take a 5-minute break. Yeah. And to be fair, he said, I've read that. So it's true that he read that.
Sure.
But the guy is like, is that true? He's like,
But I think that, that's why I would argue that like,
I could see it going either way.
Yeah. Well, only because he couldn't lie about what he's seen as true, even if he can't lie about him reading that.
Yeah.
Because he believes that's true. And then the source he would have been true. And it's true that he read that. So like, I don't know.
Right. It was either way. It was hilarious.
Yes, it was hilarious.
And he, it wasn't one of those, oh, I'm lying to myself kind of things. It's like, no, it's real belief there. Just, nope, this is true. And it was the 90s magic where like, because the kid wished that his dad wouldn't lie anymore. Wish. Yeah. Birthday wish rules. Like,
yeah.
Just for one day. So it lasts exactly 24 hours.
Was it only one day?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. All that stuff happened in one day.
Yeah.
Poor
Holy crap.
Well, you could see how a lot of stuff could happen to a compulsive liar in a lawyer profession.
Wasn't it like a week?
No, it was a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I believe
it was 20 just for one day. Yeah. Dad couldn't lie to me or couldn't tell a lie, and then the very next thing that happens is that I've had better. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because they were separated or whatever. Yeah. And that's why the kid was upset. It's like dad didn't make it to his birthday party. Yeah. And gave a whole big lie about why.
Yeah.
So in a way, like in all of these examples, like the lie has been like the inciting incident in a way.
Could be.
Or the catalyst, at least for the story.
To progress the story for sure. Sure.
What I was saying is in all of these examples.
Yes.
It's not always the case. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of examples where it's like more just points along the way that kind of steer things. And I have one example of that, which is Lost. So
no, we don't talk about it. Hold on. Before you talk about Lost. What about like movies like Catch Me If You Can?
I haven't seen it.
It's based on a true story about a guy who was writing false checks from Pan Am for himself, and also like pretending he was a pilot and flying for free, like on Pan Am and everything, and like forging checks and like IDs and everything. And Tom Hanks was like following him. He was like an FBI.
Oh, okay.
But that lie, like, that continuing lying, and again, people can't, and this is very true of like anybody, is like people can't stop lying if it keeps working for them, and they'll keep lying until they get caught.
It's conditioning.
Yeah. Because I'm getting rewarded for this. So why not continue?
Yeah. But also there's an episode of Criminal Minds that
Kermit the Frog
focused on like a con artist that they were chasing. Because like, someone from like the FBI forensic accounting division came in to get a profile or whatever. And it's not something they normally work on. And they were basically trying to catch this guy who's like just a con artist, but he's got so many aliases. And what they start discovering that he starts kind of breaking down because he's trying to keep track of too many of them.
Sure.
And I think the reason the guy came in is like he actually ended up murdering somebody because he let slip the wrong alias when he was telling someone who to make a check out to.
Gotcha.
Had to kill him and just like spiraled.
Yeah.
Or he like,
now you're trying to cover the holes.
I think that was even like the second killing or whatever. Or something. Yeah. But there were too many cracks, like with too many aliases to keep track of, where you've got to like really invest in the lie. Your mind just starts to fragment.
Right. Because you have to remember all those lies that you made, right?
Like the truth is natural. The truth is consistent. Authenticity is easy.
Yeah.
In the sense that you don't have to make up stuff and keep track of stuff. It's like making stuff up is always more difficult than looking at a picture and describing what's there.
Yeah.
And so the only reason you have to make stuff up is if you're not looking at the picture, the picture in your head of what's really going on.
Yeah.
You have to keep track of it. So the more you have to make all that stuff up, you have to then remember what you made up. And if you're doing it in several different lives, you've got to remember the context, the whole life context of each set of lies. And it just tears you into different pieces.
No one can hold that together forever. Right. Yeah,
absolutely.
And then they start like decompensating, just like getting more and more crazy. And it becomes more and more obvious and more and more consequences start happening.
Right. You see that in comedies a lot too, where like the guy, when they're caught in the lies, like, oh yeah, that's because of this. Well, that doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, because of this. And then then that becomes again, the funny part of it where they're trying to cover up the lie or trying to it's usually like when they're trying to lie to a kid, for some reason,
And just thinking too, there's also stories where it's like a sleeper kind of dynamic where there's this one version of the truth and then something happens and it's like, okay, now it comes out like there's been some kind of thing hidden all the time. Like, alien, like that android has a separate set of programming,
right?
It's like, well, now the company's objectives come out to the foreground. Whatever.
Yeah. The first alien movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like that then takes over what the story's about.
Right.
Like you thought it was about something else initially, and maybe it really is. It's just that now there's a new obstacle that affects how the rest of the story ends.
I don't like horror. And I know you do. And like Supernatural just never been my thing. It's fine. Like, watch your slasher films, all that good stuff.
I don't like slasher films though.
But this is a slasher film. This is Beyond the Mask. Leslie Vernon. So I showed it, and it's this wonderful. It's a parody of slasher bad guys, and it's a mockumentary. God, I don't even want to spoil this, but it takes a turn where it becomes where everything previous to that point is the lie. Yeah, and actually, I'm just gonna spoil it.
Spoilers.
It's this mockumentary, this girl like interviewing this guy who is a serial killer and tells about like how he is going to like kill the people. It's like, man, to be a serial killer, you need to have lots of cardio, man, because you need to look like you're always walking slowly to them. And then when they don't see you, you have to book it for the next location and some of that, so it's very, very comedy. And it's like, oh, this is funny until it actually turns into a horror. And it makes a wonderful turn. And like, even because they're doing like this, like handy cam and it's kind of grainy video when they're doing the interview. And as soon as it becomes a horror, it becomes letterbox and it's good quality video and stuff like that. It's fantastic. Like it's one of my favorite like horror films, but it's again, it's the lie, because she thinks she's just interviewing this person and you think you're watching a mockumentary and you're not anymore. So
now you're watching a horror film.
Yeah.
It's like, speaking of the blend of comedy and horror, but with there's a twist, but it's not quite like that.
Sure.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, that's another great one.
That's great. I mean, I don't watch a lot of horror. I don't have a particular aversion. I just don't. I mean, I've watched a lot of Criminal Minds.
Sure.
I've watched a little bit of American Horror Story, but I like horror when it's done well. It's just a lot of the time it's not.
Yeah.
It's
unbelievable.
And I don't read horror really.
Sure. You have to want to give into the suspended belief of horror. I feel like sometimes because it's so like the plots are sometimes so far out that like we know that ghosts aren't real. Like we know that like, oh, stop it. Like The Conjuring is one of my favorite like spooky movies.
I have workable theories for ghosts, but you know.
Sure.
You're like,
can you prove any of those?
No. I'm not saying I have proof of ghosts.
Yeah. Sorry. When I say we
don't have proof they don't exist, though.
That they're not real, at least like everybody's experiences are different.
Yes.
And I never want to yuck anybody's yum. And that also means that I don't want to
sex with ghosts.
I never want to tell somebody that their experiences aren't real.
Sure.
So forgive me, internet. You can still talk about it in the comments. I would love it if you did.
Yeah.
But let us know your thoughts on it.
What's your favorite
and
ghost?
Your experiences. But yeah, what's your favorite ghost? No, but space ghost. One of my favorite. So The Conjuring. Sorry. One of my favorite supernatural movies is The Conjuring. But at the same time, like, I know that there's a likelihood that this isn't real, but I'm so invested in seeing how this family responds to this supernatural entity that is like laying waste to them, and how Elaine and I forget her husband also go in and help them. Like, I think one thing that fascinates people, or at least me, with horror is the vulnerability of people.
Sure.
In those movies, kind of like we were talking about, Born Hot yesterday.
Yeah.
And that makes us sort of want to care about that character very quickly. And I know that, like the first Halloween movie is like that too. Like, you have this character that's very vulnerable against this very strong entity. And like, how do we see her survive? And I think that's a common thing in horror as well. Not having to do with lies. I don't know how I got onto this tangent. Sorry, everybody. But lies, lessons learned in horror.
Horror in
yes,
general.
Yeah, you brought up a movie.
Yeah.
Well,
but
what about just movies in general, though?
No, it's
They're
true.
all lies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just the simple fact that none of this stuff really happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait,
and sometimes like we willingly want to jump into that sort of suspense, like you said earlier, because it's dramatic, it's different, it's escapism.
Mm-hmm.
And
I want horror to do more of the work usually than it likes to do. I like it to do the average amount of work a movie does to get me invested in it. The bullshit it's telling me.
What? When do you see it then as lazy? Then I'm curious. Like
Friday the 13th.
slasher films. Yeah.
Not only those, but like, stuff that puts in that level of effort.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like,
it's just to see how gruesome they can be, and like,
or just like, like why
visceral.
It is visceral.
What's the logic? What's the world building logic behind why this is even happening?
Yeah.
Like, what's your theory of the undead here or whatever?
Right. That people have to be more willing to sort of forego that suspended belief. Like, they're just automatically in it because
I want them to build a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so I agree with you in the fact that we want that as like writers and storytellers, because it's got to have a good background. But a lot of times when they start, like, I don't want to know as much, because when they do it, just is stupid. Like, or they're trying
I want
to
them to not make it stupid.
Yeah, but like they try and they can't, because like again,
it's stupid,
right? But then it's just like, you don't want to know. It's like, again, seeing the monster. Your mind will do better to make up the monster than you will ever like see the trying to eat you or whatever. Like, and
I know a lot of horror does have a lot of lies, because if there's any kind of evil intent, there's going to be some lies. But for anyone who has to, if you have that kind of intent and you have to talk to people and not bring that across, then you're going to have to lie or hide stuff.
Sure.
No, I was going to say, and I think in that aspect too, lies in stories also creates divisions with people and isolates characters, or can in horror in a way. And that's sometimes sad to see, which compels us even more to watch it.
Yeah, I think a movie that I absolutely will not spoil, but like The Others, it's one of my favorite movies. I would watch it with you guys if you wanted, but like,
we can watch that and Leslie Vernon Behind the Mask.
Is it a horror movie?
That's something that you don't actually know whether or not it's a horror movie until the end.
And it's best not to know them, obviously.
Yeah. For most of the movie, I won't even get into it.
Yeah.
It has supernatural elements in it. they make it make sense. There's a twist.
That's nice.
That way.
Sure.
But it's Nicole Kidman. And
wait, I do. Yes, I have seen this. I have seen this. Yeah.
You're like, So now you both know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't spoil it for anyone.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it for anyone out there either. But at points, there are a lot of lies. There's lies between her and the staff that comes on.
Sure.
There's lies she tells herself.
Right.
Lies like her kids tell just to punk each other a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of like ordinary lies in there, but also lies that kind of are there. There's lies to protect people. There's lies to, there's like the basic lies of manipulation, but you don't really know what's going on. You don't know where or if there's evil intent until the very, very, very end of the story,
which is a great twist. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The suspense in that one too.
Yeah.
It's a very good tone. Like I love the tone of that movie because it's like eerie and unsettling.
Yeah. It's eerie and unsettling the whole time. And also the fact that she has to like close all the blinds, like shut and lock the door and then open that door. And like, there's all of that because of the light sensitivity. Her kids' light sensitivity that they have. Like that just makes it more eerie.
Yeah.
Like they add, and that's a thing that could really it can really happen.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that for her at one point, like that was a big thing.
Well, see, I can't. We'll have to talk about this later because I have a question about that, and I don't want to say anything. But no, I had forgotten about that movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
it's a great film.
Yeah. I have to look it up.
But I think that brings up another interesting like part of lies or like tangent of lies is manipulation in stories. And as silly as it sounds, like I think of actually Steve Rogers in Captain America. How I'm
gonna bring up Lost again.
You can. Just because he just so badly wants to serve his country and he can't because he's a scrawny little dude with every, medical like issue that can be wrong with somebody like asthma and all that stuff. And he just wants to go into the army and he can't. He keeps getting denied.
That's hilarious because I literally have stuff about like a song with that kind of lies.
Oh, sure.
Those kind of lies in it. So.
Like lying to get into the service?
Lying to get out of it.
Oh, yup.
Like at the draft board, like I got eyes like a bat and my feet are flat and my ass was getting worse. It's like, but I wish you well, Sarge. Give him hell. Kill me 1,000 or so. And if you ever have a war without blood and gore, I'll be the first to go.
Nice. What song is that?
I don't even remember the name of the song, but just put some of those lyrics in quotes and we'll find it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
My brother had flat feet, or he still does. And they almost didn't let him join the Air Force.
Yeah.
But
it's a bigger problem with the infantry.
Sure. Yeah. All the walking.
But in a way, isn't that funny? That's two sides of like good manipulation, bad manipulation, positive, negative. Like both are one's selfish and one's selfless.
A lot of kids in World War II, a lot of people lied about their age to get in. Like they're 16 saying they're 18.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think too, there are plenty of actually stories where people tried to run from the draft. I think for Vietnam.
Some people say they have bone spurs,
Is it Tim O'Brien? No, I'm trying to think of
who would do that?
I don't know. Losers.
Oh,
sorry.
What?
No, you're fine. Please continue.
I just missed what happened.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, so it's a fascinating part of lying, for something that's scary. It just points out that we lie sometimes as a survival tactic, right?
Yeah, that's the basic like realm of lying, survival. Sure. So even just perceived survival, even if you're not really in danger.
Right.
Yeah.
Like lying online or any of that stuff, just to seem either important or just to like gather favor or whatever, like, I mean, half of like, I would say just any kind of social status is, I shouldn't say half of social status, but when we have to continue or put up presentations. It's like
facade.
Thank you.
Cosmetics.
Cosmetics.
Right?
But I don't know if I said this in one of the other podcasts, but there was this video I saw of this. Someone was recording through a window into a restaurant, and they're recording these two people doing Instagram post or a reel, whatever.
And they're like posing.
Yeah. But it was like, it was kind of sad, to be honest, but the guy had his meal in front of him, and he was just kind of like, you could see he was just kind of sad or whatever. And the guy was ready, and he's like, okay, we're going. And then the guy who was being recorded lifts up, is like, oh my God, I'm doing the whole Instagram thing, food, and everything. But as soon as the guy stopped recording, he puts it down and just looks so sullen and just sad. Like, it's not reality. They're lying. Like, social media is lying.
Yeah, it's a fabric of lies.
Yeah. Twisted narrative.
Yeah.
Right. You spinning a story for something that's not that way, but just for likes online and clout.
Yeah.
And
it's not good for us. Like, that's my worry is that like people see that and like, oh, my life sucks, but look at how great these people are doing,
One way I always like to put it is that all lies are counterfeits. Like in the sense that, like, if you think of counterfeit money, you're trying to get something real in exchange for something fake.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So like lies are that way. You offer something fake to get something that you can perceive as real or valuable.
Yeah.
So like that's just what lies are.
Yeah.
I'm not saying no, that means I never lie, Like, I think there's like the basic lies too of like just trying to get unmolested through your day. Like, do you have any change? No.
You say like there's how do you say this? There are lies that are kind lies that can help end suffering, depending on how like I don't want to say immediate the effect is on them, because sometimes you just like lie to your kids like, oh, what's going to happen? Is everything going to be okay? Yeah, it's going to be okay. Yeah. You're not sure, but you're going to do everything from that point on to make sure that it's going to be okay. Like,
when my grandmother died, she died of Alzheimer's. So like, obviously for a while before she died, she didn't remember anything. She didn't retain anything. And my mom was taking care of her cat. Cat died.
Oh,
we're not telling her that.
Right.
What's the point?
Yeah.
How's Toby doing? Oh,
great. Yeah.
Still
fat little cat. Yeah. But, and it's one of those things like you should never lie. It's like, that's not true. Yeah. There are always reasons.
Yeah. And that is a lie.
Yeah.
Right.
The lie is a lie.
The problem is that you just saying like, well, that's not true doesn't mean it's always okay to lie,
Correct.
Right.
It's a case by case.
Right. Like most things in life,
Well, and I said I was going to bring up Lost.
You said it was a good movie, you liar. Or a good show.
It's a show.
I've watched it enough times that I realized there's a dynamic. There's this character named Locke, and he tells a lot of lies.
Sure.
And most of the time, his lies are simply to withhold information. And there's not always a clear, good reason to do that.
Okay.
But I noticed like after a while, it's like his lies have a real body count to them.
Right.
Like, and it's not an intended consequence, but it's like, dude, just quit lying.
Right.
Because some of these situations, you don't know what's going on. Like there's maybe you think you're sparing somebody or you're withholding something people don't need to know, but then it turns out they do need to know it.
Sure.
And God, there's actually like a solid body count to his lies.
Right. Which he could have prevented easily.
Yeah. If he just told the truth. And granted, like some of it is about just defaulting to withholding things. But if you are someone who defaults to honesty, less of a body count in that particular case,
right?
Especially if you're on this crazy island where all kinds of wacky things happen.
Right.
Like read the room. No.
Yeah, it's really know your environment.
Yeah,
You've seen the world building happening here.
I mean, it's almost like lying is only self fulfilling. Like you only, it's a selfish thing.
Yeah,
like you never. I mean, again, you can lie. Yeah, right? Kind lies, but like any other lie is very much to service yourself. Like at least that's what I feel like.
And there's kind lies and there's nice lies, and nice is not the same as kind.
Sure. Yeah.
If you're like, one of us and you're like, hey, like I need to know what people really think of my books.
Yeah.
And they just won't tell you anything bad.
Right. Cause they're worried about hurting you. Right.
And you're just like, well, now I'm just not getting accurate information.
Right.
Like you can't like that. Sometimes you have to just say, okay, this round, everyone who gives me feedback, I only want to hear negative stuff.
Sure.
You say anything positive, I'm gonna get on your ass and keep it up. You're out.
Sure.
But yeah, don't couch it. Don't nothing. Just tell me some negative things.
And I've had people like I had one good Scott. Hi Scott. He gave me a review on Goodreads. And it was like a very critical, very like it wasn't mean by any means, but it was a good critical review. And I saw him and said, thank you. Like, like everything you said was valid. And, and I appreciate that you told me that. Like, and he could tell, like, I think he was a little worried, like that would be upset.
I've had that experience.
Yeah. I'm like, no, we're good. Like, let's talk and everything. Cause you lying to me does mean nothing. Like that's just a simple fact of it all. And if I ask for you, I really can't. If I get mad at you after I ask for you, then I'm the jerk. Like,
But true story, most writers I've run into, they don't want the truth.
Oh, no, I know. Because they can't handle the truth.
Yeah, you can't handle the truth.
Don't be in this business then.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, I get it too that like sometimes you just write for yourself. And if you do that, like, and you don't want the commentary about it because you maybe honestly don't care about what other people think, that's fine too. But like also don't expect everyone to love your stuff because you think that you're unfailable or that you can't, you can do no wrong. Like,
Also, you don't have to agree with their feedback.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Now if the world's trying to tell you something, it'll make itself known. But I've had people give me like little tidbits of negative feedback where I'm like, I don't agree. Like, this is the story I wanted to write. I wrote it this way for a reason. This was a conscious decision, not a mistake.
Yeah.
Those things are going to come up. But like, it's when people think that they're being nice by just, like blowing smoke.
Yeah.
And that's not kind. It's not.
No.
If you think that that's kind, you need to look like literally like dictionary definitions of kind. Go on Google and type kind versus nice.
Yeah.
It's a clinic, like
sure.
So
another book title, Kind versus Nice. And it's all about lies. Like it's some story. I have no idea. It's a story somewhere. As we always talk again, it's hard not to talk about books and movies and stuff like that because it's just very much our wheelhouse and what we talk about. But I know we talked about games and mechanics. Like, and one of the everlasting ideas of this is the mimic. Yeah. The fake object that's actually a monster, right?
Yeah. Like I did that. I used to play Realms Mud. Like that's what that Realms was the name of it. Mud is multi-user dungeon or multi-user domain.
And it's all text-based.
Yeah, it's all text-based. It was like big in the 90s. I played it because my friends wanted to get me to play it with them and they just kind of ignored me anyway. But
we will never ignore you.
Not ever.
Ever. That's not a lie.
Yeah.
It just might take us a little bit to respond.
Kate's like, I ain't saying that.
I said it might take me a little bit to respond.
But I'm almost thinking about you.
Yeah.
But no, I you get to a certain point in that and you can actually, buy and detail a house. So you code the descriptions for the house that you bought. Oh. And you can code like one monster into there up to 15th level. And so I had mine in the kitchen and it describes it as like sitting on the table. It's like, a family-sized can of whoop ass. That's a monster. So you can't open it. I wish that you could.
Yeah.
You have to attack it and then it starts
to attack
your ass, But like it's kind of a lie. It's like it's not like a meal or anything.
No. I try to eat it.
Yeah. You can trip it into the next room if you have trip abilities or whatever. You can cast spells because it's a monster. It actually it responds like a monster would.
What happened if you killed it?
You get XP.
That's it? You didn't like hide? Can you hide gold in it?
No.
Oh, that's all fun.
I don't remember what else you can do with those. I think it's just XP.
Sure.
So no, it's fun to do.
Yeah.
But with that said too, I think betrayal is also another very compelling, thing for a reader, viewer, whoever that results from a lie. And sometimes also leads into that revenge sort of realm of storytelling. And a good revenge story is something that people often love too, because of betrayal, which resulted from a lie. And I think The Prestige actually fits into that too, but I won't say too much on that because I don't want to spoil.
I think that's why mutiny was considered such a heinous crime. It's not only betrayal, but it's betrayal of a group that you're trying to co-survive with and also accomplish a goal. So it's like, betrayal under circumstances that are potentially dire.
Yeah.
So it's like the worst kind of betrayal.
Yeah.
Oh, but with that said too, I mean, Roy is on a revenge plot.
Yeah.
And
then the question is about what does he feel betrayed? I'm not saying all revenge has to involve betrayal, but he's like, okay, this, he's avenging his sister's death. He's blaming her husband for not protecting her.
Oh, gotcha.
It's very clear that he's blaming the wrong person.
Sure.
What is he blaming? Like, okay, so he feels like it was this person's job to protect her and he failed.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily a betrayal, but it's a failure. It's a disappointment, whatever.
Sure.
So
betrayal of trust.
Yeah. Betrayal of trust, betrayal of stewardship.
Yes.
Like the stewardship that spouses have for each other, but particularly in that age, men for women.
Sure.
Like that was your job.
You failed.
Betrayed your the trust in that sense.
Sure.
And I think too, that's one reason why, I don't know, at least from my reader's perspective, why Roy likes Koya so much is because she's also on that sort of like not total revenge plot, but she hates the Spanish, right?
Yeah. There's a few vengeful people on that ship. Albert.
No.
Albert.
In what way?
He was pissed. He got mugged by Spaniards in Tortuga for his pit fighting winnings. So there's that little angle of it. And generally the people in Port Royal, had a chip on their shoulder about the Spanish anyway.
Sure.
And like they had taken the island from the Spanish and the Spanish kept trying to get it back.
Let me say the Spanish Empire. Sorry.
I am not offended. Don't worry. Maybe my parents, but not me.
They're Mexican, right?
Yeah, but we're more Spaniard. You can tell by the white skin. It's, back then it was called New Spain. Oh, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my two main characters in the second book are both Spaniards. So there's that.
Yeah. I will read your book one day. I promise you. Like I really will. That is not a lie.
I think you'll like it, and that's not a lie either.
Yeah.
Especially like once you get into the second one, especially.
I believe it. Yeah.
But
Kate.
She's like, I didn't say anything about reading it. He's making promises.
Can you read it to me at night? If I call you, will you just start reading it to me?
What do I get charged per hour? No, just
what do I want to charge you per hour? Nothing.
What do I want to charge you per hour? So anyway, but yeah, like that like betrayal and revenge, like they go like. I was going to say hand in hand, but this is not that just
finger and finger.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They go together like white on rice.
Heck, even Batman is, vigilante, right?
I was like, what? Batman doesn't lie.
Christian Bale. Speaking of
It's funny what people do with untold billions of money. Like they just go beat up street thugs.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
I feel like you don't need like billions of dollars to do that.
Man.
To survive it and do it over and over again. I feel like.
Yeah. I'd hire other people too.
Yeah.
You know what's always the weirdest?
Yeah.
I might manage my billions and fund that whole enterprise.
Right.
Because that might actually deal with more crime. Well, that's called like running a nation.
But going back to, if you want to game mechanics, because I know we might have tangented.
Yeah, we were talking about like video games and stuff like that.
Maybe I went on the betrayal path, but you have some examples there of like where it adds, I don't want to say texture or depth to the game, but challenge for your characters of like false walls, like lies that NPCs might tell, or rumors, I guess. Yeah,
rumors are, I use rumors when I run role-playing games, not quite video game, but every place people stop, especially if it's like a fantasy game, people are always sharing stories from where they're from. Like, what's the local news, or what news do you bring in from out of town? People are always telling tales, and rumors get started, especially because some people love attention and they tell tall tales. Sure. Other people love to mercilessly tease gullible people, get them to see what they can get away with being believed about,
Yeah.
And so you get rumors, which ones are true, which ones are false, which ones are just misunderstandings like 3 times removed from where they originated, Yeah. Yeah, like that sort of thing happens all the time.
Oh yeah. In the real world too.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about maps a while ago, like Greenland and Iceland.
Yeah.
Or like those are deliberate lies of labeling. Because Iceland, they're like, hey, Iceland's pretty green and Greenland's pretty icy. So let's swap those. And all the other people who hear us talk will go to Greenland thinking it's great.
Sure. Yeah.
So in a way, I guess, like just going back to the function of lies in stories, I think we've discovered it. There are a couple of different reasons why they could be useful in a story to sort of catalyst like efficiently in a story, like a plot or a world, perhaps. What else could there be? Like,
I mean, villains function through lies a lot of the time. So if you have active antagonists or outright villains, they're going to employ lies a lot of the time.
Well,
like I have a whole chapter called The Lying Dutchman. You know, because he's just like, I don't want them to steal all my crap. You know?
Sure. He's such a skeevy character.
Yeah. At that point, it's just like he's lying about something, but like he's not as skeevy as that. It's like, okay, he is kind of being victimized.
Right, yeah.
But he is still skeevy according to his crew. And then it just gets more skeevy.
Gotcha. That's great. That a lot of times the bad guy, to your point, they don't have to employ lies to get what they want to be. The bad guy, they a lot of times have to lie to themselves because they lie about thinking they're doing the right thing. Like, this is what will fix everything. I'm the person to right, even though like obviously whatever they do is going to be the thing that's going to harm the most people, but they don't care because. Well,
that's the thing. Villains are often concerned more with outcomes than means.
Sure.
And so they are more readily willing to use lies because those are just means.
Sure.
If it gets them the outcomes they want, they're fine with it.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
I mean like at the very high level and everything. It's like, if I do this, I will save the world or like I'll make society better or whatever.
Right. They feel like they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And that whatever means are sort of like, or at least certain means.
Yeah.
Some of them will have a moral code of like, I'll do this, but not that. And where everyone else would like, I wouldn't do any of that.
Right.
Kill the children.
The end justifies the means.
Yeah.
Well, no one says the ends justify the means anymore. No one says that
because it's been said
that way and believes it, but they say it in other forms and believe it. Like, what does it matter? Like this was the result.
Yeah.
They'll say that about tragedies.
Sure.
Like, well, but this was what resulted from that. So, is it really a big deal? It's like, what you're saying right now is the ends justify the means.
Right.
But
I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, I thought we all learned this when we were like 10.
Yeah. But it seems like everything's in that roller coaster where it's like, we're not at that point where we believe that stuff anymore. Or some people don't. And it's okay because, again, I'm not trying to get too political, whatever, but it's just like, people will do whatever they think is justified because, and again, they're lying to themselves sometimes.
And they're like, the world's out from like, the world's not concerned with me. So I got to look out for myself and survive no matter what.
Right.
Because if I just tell the truth and everyone else is lying, then I'm just at a disadvantage.
Yep.
And that's how you rewrite a moral code.
Yup.
Yeah.
And it's not like I don't understand that. And it's not like I don't even agree with like little tiny parts of it.
Sure.
But you've got to be selective again, case by case basis.
Yep.
When is it just objectively wrong? And that's how you get whole plot lines. That's how you get character development. I mean, and it's baked into the world.
Yeah.
Lies are baked into almost any setting that you can dream up.
I do love it when the lies are a part of the story or part of the mechanics of like a game specifically, where it's just like, again, you're following the lie and you're just kind of taking things at face value. And one of the best games that does this is Portal. I don't know if you ever played Portal.
I know about Portal, but I haven't played.
So you're in a testing facility testing out these like the portal gun that can shoot one thing on one wall, a portal on one wall, and a portal another one that connects the two, and you can walk through to come through the other one.
Yeah.
And so you just it's a puzzle game. At first, it's very much a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Lighthearted, not too intense.
Yep. And you have this overbearing voices like, we are now in this facility and you just needed to make it there. And when we're done, we'll have nice cake and everything. And the whole joke about that entire game is the cake is a lie, because like you'll start seeing places where it's written on the walls, the cake is a lie, the cake is a lie. And you actually get to a point where you're on this one platform, it's moving and it goes around the corner and there's just fire and it's slowly going to the fire. And then you see the cake, I think, at that point too. And you have to get yourself out of there real quick using the portal gun and you're able to get escaped. And
I'd want to aim at the ground I'm standing on, and then at the cake. So I burst out of the cake.
But that becomes part of the mechanic, because like you don't know up until that point you've been lied to the whole entire time, and it's not until that point that you know it's a lie.
Also, Ender's Game.
Ender's Game
brought
too,
up
yep.
before, what you guys described about how that goes.
Yeah, he's lied to the entire time. Yeah, but for the benefit,
yeah, the ends justify the means.
Yeah,
so many lies like that.
Yeah, did I say acting is lying? Because acting's lying.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang it! No, we didn't even touch on that.
I mean, just because you're pretending to be someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now it's a different kind of lying. It's not evil intent or anything.
Oh, yes. Well said.
Well, it depends if it's like you're making like a movie or something. Right. No, but other forms of acting perhaps. But
deception.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Decepticons.
Roll out.
Yeah. whoa, that sounds like a lie right there.
Yeah, that's not the right.
I'm not a transforming robot. What? This is news to me.
Hold yourself into 7 times.
Dang it. The reality's not real.
Yeah.
But anywho, thanks everybody for listening. We've been talking about lies for about a little over an hour. And it's been a bit fun. If you liked anything that we talked about, feel free to comment, add some more. We can always revisit this topic because it was kind of a high level overview, a little bit of lies, and just touched on some of our favorite, I think, examples of lies and stories. But just remember to like and subscribe. Go to our Discord. We're super fun to engage with. That's not a lie. We would love to,
it's an opinion.
It is, it's an opinion legally.
Yeah.
Please subscribe if you have not yet. We are working on 100 subscribers. Hopefully we're there by now, but
help us get there.
In that case, help us get further than that. Mm-hmm. But share with your friends, recommend specific episodes that you thought were great. Or that they might like, and
keep this conversation.
Get them to subscribe. Keep the conversation moving.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Keep it. And Discord and here, we'll answer your stuff. You write in the comments, we'll respond. We promise and everything. And I just want to say, the Discord is a great place. We have a store. We can get some merchandise if you want to help us out. Hopefully, in the future, we will have Tip Jar and Patreon too, because we want to really get that information. Or that help, because you guys can help us be bigger, do more stuff, and we always appreciate you just watching.
And include in the comments episodes you might like to see, topics you'd like to see. We do read those. We do take those into account. Yeah, we did one a few weeks ago. That Born Hot Yesterday thing. We've got another one coming up on Dialogue.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Hit us up. Let us know your thoughts and what you'd like to hear more of.
Sure. Perfect. So.
We are Bards and Balladeers. This is Rio. I'm Kate. That's Oscar. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later.
Bye.